Welcome back to the channel. Breaking news, a shocking video is now spreading online. A Yoruba influencer has openly called for protests in Lagos, saying the Igbo must go, that they are disrespecting Yoruba elders, and that Lagos belong only to Yorubas. Even went as far as saying if the Igbo want to go, they should go and die. My people, what kind of statement is this in 2025? Stay with me, because what you are about to hear will shake you to the core.
The X Spaces conversation tagged Yoruba Ronu Space, led by purported Yoruba influencers, called for an Igbo must go protest. One of the contributors stated that Igbos are disrespecting their traditional rulers and have no right owning land in Lagos.
We need to come out and protest. Igbo are disrespecting our institution, they disrespect our traditional ruler, they disrespect all our headers, and they can't take it in their own space. Therefore, we must not fold our hand. I just have to tell everybody this protest, Igbo must go, and the scrap of a unitary system is a must, and it's coming, and it's going to be loud. It's going to, whoever that want to die should go and die. It's in our space. This is our heritage. This is the land our father fought for. And we will not allow anybody, no matter how many acres of land you buy, it is our land. And your land, your purchased land have expired time. Therefore, you cannot claim ownership. So, thank you, Madam Ajoke.
No, this is horrible, condemnable. But also, an Igbo influencer named Nonso responded to this particular video. Let's take a listen to what he said.
One day, I see Igbo in Lagos, and all brand new one invest in Lagos. Now, Lagos they make millions today as internally generated revenue. One Igbo. One estate in Lagos, or the 100, Igbo 99. Ndi Yoruba na nule enu na Lagos. Ndi Yoruba le swamp areas, royal factory, royal industry, royal company. Ndi Yoruba mmadu ole merie. In fact, Lagos ana si ndi Igbo na onye di bu ndi Lagos. Who are Lagosians? Ndi governor onechiri Lagos bu ndi Lagos. Sanwo-Olu onye Lagos. Tudumbo onye Lagos. No, come join me now.
Oh, this conversation is all coming after an X account, Lagospedia, a page claiming to be proclaiming the virtues of Lagos last week, gave Igbos living and doing business in Lagos and other southwest states 30 days to vacate. Let's read that tweet. It's since been deleted. They wrote, Lagosians and every southwest stakeholder should prepare for the massive protest of hashtag Igbo must go on the 20th to 30th of August. They have 1 month from now to leave and relocate from their businesses from all southwest states. We urge all Yorubas living the southeast to return home. I mean, this particular issue is still going on social media. Like I said, this occurred over the weekend. I'm glad President Bola Ahmed Tinubu actually, highlighted that in his national broadcast. It's condemnable, and I thought it was important to highlight both accounts, including the Igbo Nonso influencer who said that, Igbos own 99% of Lagos. This rhetoric must stop. We know what happened in Rwanda. We know what happened during the Civil War. Yeah. It is rhetorics like this that begin to cause national disaster. Dr. Abati.
Okay, it's good you cited the example of Rwanda. Now, the genocide in Rwanda between the Hutus and the Tutsis in the 90s, early 90s in Rwanda, was as a result of this kind of rhetoric, ethnic hate. And the media in Rwanda at the time also played a very bad part. There's a book on it about the role of the media in the ethnic implosion in Rwanda. So Nigerians should learn a lesson from it. Closer home, Mr. Dare Babarinsa has written a book on the crisis in, I think, Ondo State, in the Second Republic, where there was a lot of ethnic hate, ethnic violence, people, using the media to drive up, antagonism within the society. And now we are in the age of not radio, but in the age of the social media. So what was posted by Lagospedia was irresponsible, utterly condemnable. And I think it's important that Governor Sanwo-Olu of Lagos has already condemned it, and has said that the Lagos state government has nothing to do with it. Now, President Tinubu in his speech also struck the right note by addressing ethnic bigotry. This is a country that is built on the beauty of its diversity, on the beauty of its sense of inclusion. But politics, religion are some of the centrifugal forces that have divided us. So the president said the people who are behind this, the government will make sure that they face the rule of law, because it is unacceptable. However, let's make this point, that this is a note of caution to all of us in Nigeria. Ethnic hate brings nobody any good.
Absolutely.
The gentleman, the gentleman, you called him the Igbo man or something?
Nonso, his name
Nonso,
is Twitter influencer.
Nonso, who spoke and said that, look, Igbos are part of the building of Lagos. Is it not in the same Lagos that in the First Republic, Igbos were in the Lagos, assembly? In the same Lagos. Lagos House of Assembly, Lagos House of Chiefs, Mbono Jike, and many of these Igbos, they had their career in this Lagos. Is it not in this same Lagos that Chief Emmanuel Nwanyanwu, now of blessed memory, set up businesses? Is it not in this Lagos, same Lagos, that Chief Odimegu Ojukwu of the Velasca Lodge had a thriving transportation business? In other words, it would be wrong to say that in terms of the economic prosperity of Lagos and of even the Southwest generally, that is only the effort of the Yorubas. When it is convenient, Yoruba people will say, oh, the West is developed because we are liberal, because we are accommodating. The people who are now saying Yoruba for the Yorubas, Igbos for the East for the Easterners, they are absolutely wrong. Yeah. If Igbos leave Lagos, you will not be able to repair your car.
All right.
Because there will be no spare parts dealers. Yeah. If Igbos leave Lagos, you will not be able to buy electronics. If Igbos leave Lagos, half of the banks in Lagos will leave. So we are interdependent, and people should just be careful. And they should remember the rhetoric that led to the Civil War of 1967 to 70.
I love that you raised that. And you also raised a very valid point, which is the people that are behind this ethnic bigotry should be pointed out and they should be arrested. They need to be made examples of. But also people are saying, I mean, you remember during the 2023 elections?
Yes, we do. That's last week.
We have people in President Bola Ahmed Tinubu also stoking these ethnic bigotry. People pulled up by Ononuga's tweet from 2023 where he said, let 2023 be the last time of Igbo interference in Lagos politics. Let there be no repeat in 2027. Lagos is like Anambra, Imo, any Nigerian state. It is not no man's land, not Federal Capital Territory. It is Yoruba land. Mind your business. We have to continue to call this out. This is unacceptable. This is wrong, and we cannot afford a nation at war at this time. Absolutely. I mean, the protesters are out on the street. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu need to make an example of these people that have been stoking ethnic hate in Nigeria.
You just heard it yourself. Now, listen carefully, because in this analysis, we are going to break it down one by one. Why this is dangerous, why it is hate speech, why it is against unity, and most importantly, why the Igbo people must never allow such propaganda to destroy their future. If you are Igbo, if you believe in justice, you must watch this video till the very end. Hate speech disguised as caution. When someone stands up and says the Igbo are disrespecting Yoruba elders and institutions, it sounds like a cultural defense, but in reality, it is hate speech. Rap in cultural language. There is no evidence that every Igbo man or woman in Lagos is insulting others. This is a lazy generalization meant to turn one tribe against another. Nigerian constitution is clear. Every citizen has equal rights, regardless of tribe or religion. When an influencer twists culture into a weapon, it is dangerous. Today, they say Igbo disrespect us. Tomorrow, they will say Igbo must be punished. That is how propaganda works. It starts small, then grow into violence. We must open our eyes and call this what it really is: ethnic hate speech, not cultural protection. Lagos is not exclusive heritage. The influencer shouted that Lagos is Yoruba heritage, the land their father fought for. But history speaks differently. Lagos was not just Yoruba land. It was first a settlement of Aworis, then later a colony of the British in 1861. From that point, it became an international hub, attracting Igbos, Hausa, foreigners, and traders. From across the world, Lagos became Nigeria's commercial capital, not because one tribe kept it close, but because it was open to everyone. That openness is what built Lagos into what it is today. To say only Yorubas own Lagos is to deny the sheer history of development and the contributions of millions of others who made it the giant it is. Lagos is not an exclusive heritage, it is a collective heritage of Nigeria. Igbo contribution to Lagos economy. If we are speaking truth, then let us face it. Lagos cannot survive without Igbo business. From Alaba International Market, Computer Village, Trade Fair Complex, Balogun Market, Ladipo, countless others, Igbo business pump billions into Lagos every year. They provide jobs for Yorubas, Hausas, and even other Igbos. They parent, they pay taxes, and they buy land. They are part of the foundation of Lagos economy. Removing the Igbo means removing the beating heart of Lagos. The so-called influencer who said Igbo must go is not only insulting the Igbo, but he is insulting Lagos itself. It is saying Lagos should collapse. Lagos thrives because it is a meeting spot, not because it belongs to one tribe. Dangerous ethnic profiling. This statement is not just insulting, it is dangerous. When one man say all Igbos are disrespectful, he is painting millions of people with one brush. That is called ethnic profiling. History teaches us how this kind of language leads to bloodshed. In Rwanda in 1994, radio station began calling one tribe cockroach. The result is genocide that claimed nearly 1 million lives. That is the danger of this type of talk. It may sound like just words today, but tomorrow it can push people into violence. If Nigeria is to survive as one country, every citizen must reject ethnic profiling. No tribe should be blamed for the action of individuals. Words have power, and these words are leading us into danger. Lagos belongs to all Nigerians. The Nigeria Constitution gives every citizen the right to live, work, and own property anywhere in the country. Lagos is a Nigeria state, belong to all Nigerians, just as Yorubas live in Port Harcourt, Hausa live in Onitsha, and Igbos live in Kano. So also do Igbos live in Lagos. Lagos is not a private estate, it is a national city, an international hub. Saying Igbo should go and die, it is not only cruel, it is a unconstitutional, it is also against the spirit of true Yoruba culture. Yoruba tradition values hospitality, respect for strangers, and peaceful. What this influencer said is not Yoruba culture. It is tribal hatred dressed in Yoruba clothing, and the true Yoruba people must reject it. History of Igbo-Yoruba relations. Let's not forget, Igbos and Yorubas have shared long history with moments of partnership and friendship. During the Civil War, many Igbo families fled north to find safety in Lagos. After the war, Lagos welcomed them back. The Igbo returned, rebuilt their businesses, and strengthened Lagos' economy again. For decades, Yorubas and Igbos have lived side by side in Lagos, married, trading, and growing together. It is true there have been tensions, especially during elections, but ordinary people know the truth. Yorubas and Igbos need each other. When influencers call for division, they are not speaking for ordinary Yorubas. They are speaking for selfish politicians and tribalists who want to use it to gain power. The fear of Igbo progress. The real reason behind this statement is fear. Fear of Igbo progress. The Igbo spirit is known worldwide. Wherever an Igbo man or woman goes, they rise, they start small, but they grow. They turn little shops into empire, small houses into estates. This success scares those who want to dominate. Instead of competing fairly, they cry, Igbo must go. But success is not a crime. The constitution does not say only Yorubas can succeed in Lagos. Lagos is a free market and anyone can rise if they work hard. So what are we seeing here is heavy turned into propaganda. Why this must be condemned now? If Nigeria do not condemn this speech now, it will spread like wildfire. Today it is Igbo in Lagos. Tomorrow it could be Yoruba in Kano, Hausa in Enugu, or Ijo in Abuja. If every tribe starts saying the other must go, Nigeria will break apart completely. That is why it is important for leaders, activities, and even ordinary people to speak up now. Hate cannot be allowed to grow unchecked. Silence is dangerous. If we ignore this today, we may regret it tomorrow. When violence begins, condemning it now. It is not just about protecting the Igbo, it is about protecting Nigeria itself. The global view, what the world is watching. We must remember that Nigeria is not alone. The whole world is watching us. International media, investors, and human rights organizations see everything that goes viral online. If they see Nigerians promoting hate speech and ethnic division, they will brand Nigeria as a failed state. Investors will not put their money in a country that looked like Rwanda before the genocide. This influencer is not just attacking the Igbo, he is damaging Nigeria's global image already. Nigeria struggle with terrorism, corruption, and insecurity. Adding tribal hate into the means will only push the country further down. Call for unity and resistance against hate. In the end, the truth is simple. Lagos is for everyone. Igbo people must not be shaken by hate speech. They must remain strong, united, and proud of their contributions. No influencer, no tribalism, and no politician can erase the fact that Igbo sweat, blood, and hard work built a larger part of Lagos. Instead of saying Igbo must go, the real message should be Nigeria cannot move forward without the Igbo. This is the time for unity, not division. This is the time to rise against the hate and defend the truth. So, my people, this is the time to open your eyes. This is the time to know what is speaking the truth and who is spreading it. Do not fall for propaganda. Do not let anyone tell you Lagos is not your home. You built Lagos. You invest in Lagos. And you have every right to be in Lagos. Share this message. Let the world hear the truth. Drop your comment, subscribe, and join the conversation, because together we will defeat lies with facts. Hashtag stop hate speech. Hashtag justice for Igbos. Hashtag Biafra voice.